Today's adventure begins as a recording of us Thursday, October 2nd, 2025. I have arrived at the parking lot of Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park. And you can see plenty of parking spaces left. I have parked here towards the back end, but there is tons more room. It is not a busy day. I checked the wait time earlier at home on the My Disney Experience app and thought, wow, due to the storm that culminated this morning and is now passed, it's not very busy. So popping over, it's also a good to go day. Don't even need to make a reservation. Welcome everyone. Adam the Woo here. It's about 1:30 p.m. I believe the park usually closes earlier than the other three parks. There are 4 total WDW parks. I have to be completely honest, out of the 4, this is the one I go to the least, but I have been going here more than I used to. Starting to get a little nostalgia for Animal Kingdom. Opened in 1998, same year that the Tampa Bay Rays started as well. I'm gonna pop in and just see what's happening. It's been a while. Also, some things have closed. Some construction updates are happening. It's been a little while since I've been in here, so let me pop in. Join me. It's good to have you here. The sun's coming out. Shall you? Park closes at 6. It's 1:33 now, so plenty of time because the wait times are super mellow. Check out the safari. 15 minutes for a Kilimanjaro Safari. Not bad at all. 5 minutes for Gorilla Falls Exploration Trek. 5 for Wilderness Express Train. Let's get over here to the nitty gritty. Dinosaur. A whopping 5 minutes. And only 15 for Expedition Everest. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's beautiful. I'm gonna pop in, grab a coffee, meander around a little bit, and then do an attraction or two. Definitely got to do Dinosaur because that's going to be closing into early 2026. And as much as I travel, I hardly ever know if I'm going to be here on a final day. So got to get those last Dinosaur rides in. I'm sure this won't be my last one, but it'll be one of my last. It's always amazing how well she blends in to the foliage, and then when she steps over, then you can see her walking around. But when she's over next to the bushes and the ferns, she's a lot more in disguise there. Oh, now she's going up against the pole there. She just blends in so well. That's always kind of cool when you first walk in, seeing that. That is a cotton top tamarin right there that I'm looking at while I'm drinking my piping hot caffeinated beverage that I just got. He's kind of like tucked away underneath that. Now he's on top of that. Cotton top tamarin is what they're called. There's another one right over there kind of walking the tightrope. He's not one that he's being camera shy, he's looking the other way. Oh, there's another one up top there. There's another one right there. You kind of see it through the fencing. Here we go. Let's go. There we go. Take a little gander there. The cotton top tamarin. This one, look at this one. It's like upside down. It was like hanging upside down, getting the leaf. Right there. It was nice. There was not one person at Starbucks. I just walked right in and grabbed a cup of joe. Went with a pumpkin spice latte because it is October. And it's in full Halloween season this entire month. Even here at Animal Kingdom. They are just out in full force after the rain. These things are so dang cool, right? Look at that thing. Get a view of the Tree of Life here. We're kind of obscured by some other smaller trees in front, but the reason I'm standing here is because of these pink flamingos. And obviously I do think of John Waters, that film, but more than John Waters film. 900 times more than I think of the John Waters film. I always think of Three's Company. And I think of Terry in the intro at the LA Zoo, standing next to the pink flamingos. Every time I see flamingos anywhere, I always think of Three's Company. In fact, I didn't even think of the other reference until I was just standing here and then I said it out loud. 2 totally different types of entertainment, folks. John Waters and Three's Company. And behind the flamingo are 2 lappet-faced vultures. They are hard to see, but they're way back there. There's 2 of them kind of perched on those 2 pieces of wood back there. I think one of them just is like scratching its neck or something. They're kind of like on either side of the screen, like one right there in the center of the screen. You can barely see him. And then the other one right there in the center as well. So there are 2 lappet-faced vultures, or lappet-faced vultures with a wingspan up to 9 feet. And you gotta wonder how long it's gonna be before they take this sign down, DinoLand USA. Lots changing back here. I see a crane back there. I see a big crane over this bridge, and they have removed a lot since the last time I was here. It's looking empty. Yeah, take a look at the crane way up there. This is really vastly emptier than it was the last time I was here. The whole carnival area over there, the boneyard that they had up here that you could go up and dig around in the sand and find the dino bones, all that's been removed. I guess the only real thing back here still would be Dinosaur the ride. The whole, the gift shop that was back there is closed. You still see the buildings. Triceratops spin, all that erased from existence. Piece of heavy machinery right there next to the dinosaur. What's that? Trilobites? How do you pronounce that? Possibly. This is going to be the new area, which is going to have Encanto and some other things. And you have to go all the way around to get the dinosaur and the Restaurantosaurus. Yeah, see? Here's the Encanto area. Right there. This is going to be Dinosaur. It's going to be a new overlay, completely redone. Same ride track. It's going to be Indiana Jones, a new Indiana Jones type of excursion. From what I'm hearing, is not going to be the same as Indy out in Anaheim. So that'll be kind of nice to have a different Indy. But it's the same ride vehicles, same ride track. I've even heard too. I've never completely confirmed that. But even Dinosaur and Indy, I guess, are the same ride track, or at least very, very similar. So it'd be kind of a, I don't want to say an easy overlay, but at least they're not building from scratch. They just got to tear down the dinosaur theming and put Indy in there. Yeah, take a look at this little corridor walkway through here. Construction update. Yeah, this is something. I haven't been here in a while. I haven't been here since all these walls and everything went up. This could be a haunt on its own. You got some scare actors in here jumping out at people. Little walls everywhere. Yeah, pretty soon this logo is going to be a thing of the past. This logo, soon to be extinct. That is for sure. Changes on the horizon. You know, in all reality, there has been so many things changing on Walt Disney World property in the announcements in the last couple of years. I'm trying to think of another time in recent time frame in the last 10 years where there's been this many changes coming to WDW. Been a while. It's fast, it's a blast, and it's soon to really be in the past. I mean, the theming's in the past, but this whole attraction is about to be way back in the past. Just think years from now, we'll look back at this and people will be like, what, there was a dinosaur? There used to be a dinosaur ride, even though it's been here forever and ever and ever. You know, you think of 20, 30 years from now, they're going to be like, all they're going to know here is Indiana Jones. They're not going to know this creature. What are they going to do with all these bones? Where are these going to end up? Or this one, or this prop. Where's this thing going to go? That thing won't fit in the archives out in Burbank. I mean, to quote Indiana Jones, it belongs in a museum. Probably won't go in one, though. Probably a dumpster somewhere. There's a Florida box turtle right there. Oh, there's another turtle underneath the root system of that tree. There's a goose. Oh, there's a snake. Okay. And the line pretty much starts right here. They're saying it's a 15-minute wait. I think that's pretty accurate. Which this thing will get up to, 45 minutes to an hour sometimes. So I can handle 15, that's for sure. 15 is almost just a walk-on. You're pretty much the next room after this. You're in the pre-show.
When's the last time you felt like
frequency
left
in
side.
T-minus 10
That says
seconds
poison.
and counting.
This is secret.
Stop for a second. Strobe light warning.
Okay,
Go get that
now
dino.
let's go get that dino. Computer, what are you tracking?
Startup. Oleoramus. Raptor.
Time to get serious. Identify.
What is that thing?
Carnotaurus.
Oh, okay. This one.
That's right. Move it.
Oh, wow.
Warning. Meteor strike.
Get them out now.
Hold on to that log.
Asteroid
Oh, here we go.
impact.
Here we go.
Brace yourself. This is it.
Oh.
They're not gonna make.
Yeah, that's exhilarating. Look at this now. This is the queue now. Look at the amount of people that are in this. No one's even walking in over there. It's a slow day. I've never seen this shirt before. That's cool. The future is truly in the past. Also have hats, water bottles, collectibles galore. So you used to walk out this way and you'd walk over into the really quirky, kitschy gift shop that was over here, but that's all blocked off now. Man, I love that gift shop too. All right, going back through the land of walls. Yeah, butterflies on this side. Oh, I had butterflies on the other side too. I just didn't notice them first time I walked past this. Future is going to be the tropical Americas. No more dinos. I was noticing that Expedition Everest was only a 5, maybe 10-minute wait after I got off Dinosaur. I don't think I'm going to do Expedition Everest today. I do it every time I'm here. It's just, I feel like maybe I'll just go over to Harambe and go over to the Safari and do that. Do something a little bit mellow. Dinosaur, I don't know if it's just me, but the older I get, it's pretty rough. So is Indy. Sign out front said 10-minute wait for the Safari. There's the booking office. Keep on strolling through. This might be a complete walk-on. And again, I don't know how many animals are going to be visible after. It looks like it might actually rain again shortly because another couple storm clouds rolling in. So see how that goes. I mean, I walked right up to basically where the lightning lane merges with the regular line. Yeah, they're only utilizing one side. So usually if it's a busy day, they load both sides. This is just using the one side today. It's a one-sider day. Photography tips. It's not possible to stop the vehicle for photographs. Have your camera ready. Animals might appear at any point. Please disable camera flashes. After sunset. Well, the park closes before sunset. It closes at 6, so I won't have that issue. Sometimes the park's open after sunset, but more times than not, it closes before sunset. Yeah, this old school camera. Well, actually, high-tech camera. Sitting in the back row. Sitting in row number 9. I think it's rolling in right now. Here it comes. Pulling into the station. It's the Safari vehicle. Ninth row on this far corner.
Wildlife Reserve as Thru.
If any of those little ones you have sitting next to you or on your lap, they must remain fully seated at all times. This road is very bumpy and I ain't really driving, so it's for everyone's safety. If you look above your head, you'll find an animal spotting guide. It'll help you identify some of the animals out here on a reserve. And if you're planning on taking any photos of those animals, I do recommend you putting your phone or camera in live action or sports mode. That way you get the best photos possible, as I did not make that many stops. Animals, they did not stop for us. Now, that being said, we did just enter the Little Aturi Forest. Here in the forest, animals love to use camouflage as their main form of defense. That means use their color and their patterns to hide in the trees and the bushes, so just keep your eyes there. Over to your right-hand side, there's going to be an okapi. Now, these striped legs of an okapi may make you think they're related to zebras, but they're actually related to the giraffe. We can tell because of their skull shape and because of their prehensile tongue. Now, prehensile, it means finger light. They can pick things up with that tongue, same way that we use our fingers. They can also clean their own ears, eyes, and nose with it, as it is about 18 inches long. Their eyes, females will have a golden eye, while males will have a dark brown or black eye. There's a black rhino over to your left-hand side. If you look past the log, you might be able to see him. He's on the left side, next to the half wall. Black rhinos are the smaller of the two species of rhino we have here on our reserve. They weigh about 30,000 pounds and they can gallop like horses. That means that all four of their feet come off the ground as they run. Now they are a forager.
Look at the nest up there.
Unfortunately, rhinos, they are endangered. That's because they're being poached for their horns. So a lot of people think that their horns have a medicinal value to them, meaning that they can be used in medicine. But they do not, and they're made of the same material that our hair and our nails are made out of. That is keratin. That's why it's super important we spread good information about them. If you look over to the left-hand side, kind of at the top of the hill, you might be able to see a kind of orangey rust-colored animal with horns. That's going to be a bongo. So bongos are known as the ghosts of the forest because they are very shy and highly reclusive. At any sign of danger, they'll run away and you'll probably never see them again. Both male and female bongos, they will have those horns. The way you can tell on yours, if you find any more out here. We made our way to the outskirts of that forest. It's called the Sonky River. Now the Sonky River is home to more aquatic animals, so just keep your eyes to the water. Over to our right-hand side, we're going to have a couple of pink fat pelicans. So they're really big white and gray pelicans that we see. Female pelicans, they get their name because their backs are in a bright shade of pink during mating season. That color goes all the way up their cheeks and makes it look like they are blushing. They're what we call a colonial nester. That means they nest in groups of about 500. They're also one of the only pelicans that will nest in trees. That is because hippopotamus actually means herbivores in Latin. They do not actually swim. Instead, they're going to walk, run, or bounce on the bottom of the river, pushing themselves up whenever they need some air. Let's see if we can catch up with them. There's two. They're walking just next to this little island here.
See him? Oh, see him right there? Look at there. There it is. Say hi, hippo. Bye, hippo.
Now they can hold their breath for about 8 minutes at a time. They can close their ears and their nostrils to stay underneath the water. If they have to fall asleep while they're underneath the water,
cool.
they do not need to wake up. Another one over to your left-hand side. Just, and there it goes. Alright, we're not stuck out there worse, and now crocodile. Looks like they are over to our left-hand side. Now the one that's kind of halfway in the grass is doing something called thermoregulating. So when they have their mouths open like that, they're either a little bit too hot or a little bit too cold. So they're going to help maintain a steady body temperature by doing that. They'll grow to be about 16 feet long. Females are the best moms. They're actually going to take their eggs in their mouths, roll them around a little bit, and they crack them on the inside of their teeth. Now, when they do that, it helps them hatch a little bit easier. They'll travel thousands of miles across the other side to find whatever it is they're looking for. The zebras we see over to our right-hand side are the Hartson's Mountain zebras. Now we can tell for two reasons. One is because of their stroke pattern, and the other is because they have a dewlap. Let's see if we can get a view of that dewlap. If you look to their neck, they do have a little flap of skin hanging down. That's what a dewlap is. It actually helps them to cool down, so they'll send blood to that dewlap. The wind cools it, they circulate it through their bodies. And again, the other reason is because those stripes, if you look, they have a white underbelly. Their stripes do not go all the way around them, and that's how we can tell. Now that dewlap is actually really important and helps them maintain a steady body temperature. Over to your left-hand side, just next to the other zebra, there is going to be a couple of sable antelope. Now they sit in a very interesting formations. They're all looking in a different direction. In a fight or flight response, they will choose to fight. Now when they fight each other, it actually doesn't work out. Blood pressure is about 250 on average to help them deal with that blood pressure. They have a pretty big heart to help pump the blood to the very top of their head. It's about 2 feet in length and it weighs about 25 pounds.
should have been over there with Aunt Jenny. Giraffe was right there.
No, they actually have 7 vertebrae in their necks, even though their necks are incredibly long. That's the same amount of vertebrae that we have in ours. And it's like we're gonna get really close to these ankole cattle. Now their horns work the exact same way that the zebras DinoLand does. So they send blood up through the honeycomb-like structure in these horns. The wind will pull it and they will circulate that through their bodies.
Wow.
Again, they are the ankole cattle. They're also called Watusi cattle after the villagers who domesticated them. Then when baby giraffes are born, they have about a 6-foot drop. That drop will jumpstart their respiratory system and gets them breathing. They'll be up and running within the hour. There's also a really long tongue. Again, they have the same tongue that the copy had from earlier. It's about 18 inches long. They'll eat for about 20 hours every single day. The other hours of the day, you might think that they are sleeping, but they'll only sleep for about 30 minutes every single day. Now they don't do it all at one time. Instead, they do it in short little naps throughout the day of 1 to 2 minutes at night.
The elephant I saw over here. The elephant. There's monkeys over there.
It looks like there might only be this one elephant over 2, alright? Now I know I said that males like to be by themselves, but sometimes they do form what we call a bachelor herd. So bachelor herds are made of the younger males who just kicked out of their family herd because they rejoin a different herd or make one of their own, but most of the time they'll just stay under their mom. Now there's a hierarchy in those herds. If mom does have multiple kids, they'll kind of fight it out to see who takes over the matriarch position. Now we are going to keep our eyes out for them. Looks like they might be.
As long as the truck say, it doesn't say truck must die.
Look right here. Look.
Again, white rhinos. There's going to be another one over to our left-hand side.
Oh my god.
You got another one coming up right in front of us.
Now, white rhinos, if you get a good look at that mouth, they have a more square-shaped mouth. That's because they actually got their name from a mistranslation. That mistranslation is of the word vite. So vite, it means wide and round to the shape of their mouth. Again,
It wants to go get the rhino. It's like, is that dinner?
2.5 feet tall. They're pretty great animals to keep. They clean up the yards from any waste that you don't want there. They also provide milk. Now that
All those goats.
can be used to make dairy items, as well as soap and lotion, which villagers use to sell in the marketplace.
That was a pretty good ride on the safari. Again, Disney World opened in '71. Also, yesterday was Disney World's anniversary. October 1st, 1971. Animal Kingdom opened in '98. It was also Epcot's birthday. Epcot opened in '82. One thing about the safari, as much as I love it, it almost goes a little too fast. It's almost like a little too fast. Really hard to really get any kind of good footage or photos. Even if you're just trying to take pictures, the thing just moves along so fast. Oh, here comes Kevin.
Is she the best part of the movie?
Even Kevin, she is confused by all the construction walls. Ooh, what's behind there, Kevin?
She's here with the train. Come say hi. It's okay.
That means stay close.
All right, walked over to World of Avatar now. Just checking the wait times on the app. It looks as if Na'vi River Journey is 35 minutes. And Flight of Passage was 20 minutes. Since when does Flight of Passage have a shorter wait time than Na'vi River? That's amazing. So I am gonna call Navi Rivers bluff and I assume that it is shorter than 35 minutes. I'm gonna walk over there and look. Walk over there and look. It doesn't seem too busy back in here. Yeah, the 20 minutes. The 20 minutes is for Flight of Passage, the 30 is for Navi River. We test it out. I mean, 20 minutes for Flight of Passage is insanely low. Let me test this out. I'm going to say 10 minutes. I am going to go on record and say 10 minutes. I'll be able to tell once I get up here and see the queue. Oh, it's a creature making some noises. Might be saying that I might be off base with my 10-minute. Definitely not a half hour. Definitely not a half hour. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Okay, the queue looks pretty full. Hey, okay. I stand corrected. It probably is a half hour. 15 minutes. No, I'm gonna stick by 10. I'm gonna stick by my 10. I'm gonna put the timer on. Just turned it on. Just turned it on. I've definitely seen this queue much busier than it is right now. 11 minutes, 27 seconds to where Lightning Lane merges. Into the Lightning Lane merger, 11 minutes. And I'll be on the ride in probably 3 minutes from here. So I just passed Lightning Lane at 11 minutes. Just like that. A minute later, I'm on it. Favorite part of that attraction. I mean, I just love all the kind of black lights when you're going through there. Kind of wish it was a little bit lengthier. It seems like the time you start getting really into it, it's over. But I really do enjoy that boat ride. And the animatronic at the very end is just so cool. Technologically advanced. It's an understatement. Floating mountains. I'm kind of tempted to see what Flight of Passage is. I mean, if it's a walk-on, how can I say no to that? I mean, sometimes that thing gets to be an hour and a half wait. This has to be a joke. I mean, it was less than 15. Oh my gosh, could you imagine if this is true? If it really is 10 minutes? For Flight of Passage? That is unheard of. I'm doing it. Can't say no to that. I think the majority of what the wait time is just going to be walking up here. No, I haven't even stopped forward motion yet. Still have not stopped forward motion yet. Slowing down just a little bit right here. Still haven't stopped, just slowing down. I've been in line 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Not even any time to stop and check out this impressive little animatronic. That is just so freaking cool. Gotta keep moving. Not complaining though. I'm gonna get on this thing in less than 10 minutes. I'm at 7 minutes, 17 seconds to this point.
They are navigating cave system successfully.
Hold together to lane 4, please. Lane 4. Lane 4, please.
Not even 8 minutes going in the pre-show. Amazing. It's like, I'm telling you, this is like unheard of.
Almost done here.
They're all clear.
Great. Now let's go over how all this works. Like I said before, you're going to find your avatar matches. Let's get you into the link chamber.
Welcome in, everyone. You will be restrained at a height above the ground, and the floor is going to move. If you have a fear of heights, prone to motion sickness, or cannot remain seated for 4.5 minutes and would like to opt out, please let me know in the next room. 1 through 8 will follow me. 9 through 16 will follow behind this front row.
Attention drivers, stow your gear on the back wall and then get onto the link trail the way we showed you in the video. Then put on your
That
plane.
was a lot of fun. I've probably only done Flight of Passage maybe 5 times in my entire life. And I feel like each time I go on it, I actually enjoy it more than the prior time. I'm starting to enjoy it a little bit more. Now the last time I went on it was probably, I don't know, 7, 8 months ago. It was when I first saw both the 2 Avatar films that are out. I had never been in here since watching the films until the last time I was in here, over in the world of Avatar. So now I kind of have a little bit more appreciation for this land, even though I had been in this land dozens of times before I'd seen the films. And I'm looking forward to the 3rd and 4th. I think there's going to be a 4th one. Oh, there's a Birds of Paradise flower right there. So it took me 7.5 minutes to walk at a brisk pace. I would say probably 5 minutes of that. I didn't even stop forward motion at all. And to be honest, I never stopped forward motion, but it slowed down towards the end. But even walking at a brisk pace, it took me 7.5 minutes to walk to the pre-show. And then the first pre-show was 5 minutes, and then the second pre-show was 5 minutes, and then the attraction itself is like a 4-minute ride. But just walking to the front, just walking to the first pre-show, 7.5 minutes. That's how far back it is up in there. This might rival Indiana Jones, the Indiana Jones ride, the Temple of the Forbidden Eye at Disneyland at Anaheim. That one's way, way back in there. This one might rival that and actually take longer to walk to the first section to get on the ride vehicle than even that is. You get your steps in though. But man, I just walked right on it. Just walked right on. What a great day. Walked on everything. Beautiful. Had a good safari run. Really good safari run. Sometimes the animals aren't that abundant that time of the day. But they were out and they were just right next to the vehicles, which are great. Yeah. Animal Kingdom Day for the win. I'm gonna head home. Watch some postseason baseball. My Rays are eliminated. But there are 3 wild card games that are tied up 1-1. And all 3 of those games tonight decide which of those 3 teams advance to the next level for them. Of course, my Rays, I'm not in the postseason. But I'm still gonna watch a little postseason baseball. How can you not? It's freaking great. I just got no horse in the race. I do love some baseball though. And that's gonna do it for today. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Glad you tuned in. Glad you stuck around. It's a good day. I just stepped on a leaf. I did have a wild time. I did. Wait a second, where's it at? I did have a wild time. I had a wild and empty Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom was empty. I mean, there were people in there. It wasn't like I was the only one in there. But in comparison to how Animal Kingdom usually is, that was empty. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is over.